This is the Royals Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Kansas City Royals. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome into the Royals Postcast. If you're watching live, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see I've got my hat over my heart. Boys, girls, everybody, that was it. Season's over. The Royals season just died on a brisk Tuesday evening in Cleveland, Ohio, as the Royals lose 2-0. I could have copy and pasted the exact same rhetoric, the exact same rant about this offense that I've been giving you for much of the second half of the season, for all of the past week outside of the Saturday game against the Twins. That's it. I'm not going to say that you should stop watching because, hey, Royals baseball is better than the alternative. There are much worse dramas on TV than watching the Royals on TV. And sometimes it's much more interesting when you don't have a rooting interest in it. Hey, just watch baseball. Just watch it without a rooting interest. That can go a long way. But tonight, the Royals just didn't do anything. I mean, I'm Chance Liebau. I appreciate you guys for tuning in here live. I was out at dinner with my girlfriend and my mom. We were having a nice dinner. I was watching the game on one of the TVs. We got there at 6 o'clock, and I kept checking my watch and checking the TV. Guys, that game was over fast. The Royals did not do a darn thing. They didn't put up a single competitive at-bat tonight against another fairly mediocre pitcher in Joey Cantillo. Solid season so far, 3.36 ERA. After tonight's game, 5-3. But guys, that's a player, that's a pitcher the Royals have to hit. They have to be better against him. They only got 4 hard hit balls all night long. 4 all night long. Last night you could at least, turn it and say, well, they got 10 hard hits against Ciccone. So I guess you can be okay with what they were able to do. Sometimes hits just don't fall. I wasn't going to give them that excuse, but if you want to be Peter positive, go right ahead. You can go ahead and absolutely give them that. But tonight, the writing was on the wall. This was a must-win game for the Royals. They needed an opportunity to move closer into the standings. They've already been lapped by multiple teams. They are now a game and a half behind Cleveland, and they continue to fall in the standings. They are now sitting at 73 and 72. The Royals got 4 hard hit balls tonight and 0 walks. I'm going to say that again because it's pretty uninspiring. The Royals tonight, with their playoff hopes already dying, their second lowest playoff hopes of the season, coming into today, the Royals got 4 hard hit balls and 0 walks. I mean, there's not much else that I can say about this team. Noah Cameron was absolutely spectacular. Tonight. He gave up a home run in the first inning to Jose Ramirez. Who amongst us hasn't given up a home run to Jose Ramirez in the first inning of a crucial ball game? Who amongst us hasn't? That should not have been the deciding factor in the first inning. Giving up 1 run, a solo home run to the best player on the team, on the opposition. Instead, it was the deciding factor because the offense didn't do a darn thing the rest of the night. And once more, for the 3rd straight day, the offense is what you'll be talking about.
This is what you'll be talking about.
I mean, I don't even know what to tell you at this point about this offense. It's just not good. 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position, 4 runners left on base. You get your annual, your nightly Royals double play from Nick Lofton. I don't know why he's in the lineup tonight. I told you yesterday, Guardians starting a left-handed pitcher. So what's that mean? That means we're not going to see very many of the Royals left-handed bats. No Yastrzemski in the lineup tonight. No Carter Jensen in the lineup tonight. You saw Randall Grichuk for God knows why. This season, the Royals lefties on lefties this season are, 23rd in the entire league in WRC plus, a 63 WRC plus, so pretty unspectacular. But they've also taken the 11th fewest ABs in that span. They just have not been good against left-handed pitchers this year, regardless of who you're wanting to single out. I mean, let's pull up the FanGraph splits because it gets even worse when you talk about since the All-Star break, when it's been important, the Royals just have not gotten much against left-handed pitchers. All right, let's go splits. Just a second. I know this is bad radio. I didn't have much time to prepare for tonight because, just not enough. Their game went under 2 hours. As a team this year, the Royals against left-handed pitchers in the second half of the season are hitting, 210, second worst in all of baseball. It's just not going to cut it. They're not competitive against left-handed pitchers. I don't even know what to tell you. That's just who they are at this point. It's an incredibly frustrating point. They're hitting 210 against left-handed pitchers in the second half of the season. I mean, tonight, Joey Cantillo, was he good? Yeah, he was good. I mean, was he overpowering? Not really. I mean, you look at where he was at tonight, pretty much the exact same diet as we got last night from Ciccone. A ton of fastballs, a ton of them in the zone. You want to know what Joey Cantillo did tonight? He threw 45 fastballs, 82% of them in the zone. The Royals had an average exit velocity off those fastballs of 92 miles an hour. Really, really bad. Of those 82, or of those 18 strikes tonight, or 29 strikes on fastballs, 17 of them were called strikes. So over half of them, the Royals just watched fastballs go right by in the zone. It's the exact same story as we saw last night. The Royals had 23 called strikes on them tonight against 49 swings. That's just not going to cut it. They're way too patient, especially against fastballs, especially against hittable fastballs. I mean, Joey Cantillo is not really a guy that I consider a truly dominant left-handed arm. I mean, he's not a guy that should come in and just overpower you immediately. With the fastball this season, Joey Cantillo has a 21st percentile run value. This season against his fastball, guys are slugging 473 against it with an average exit velocity of 95 miles an hour. It's not an elite fastball. And guys last year hit 292 against his fastball. But tonight for the Royals, they got 4 hard hit balls, even though a guy was throwing BP fastballs all night long. I mean, we're talking about a guy that threw a average velocity fastball at 93 miles an hour with below average spin that the Royals just could not connect with. Was it because he was left-handed? No. Was it because it was really good? No. It's just because the Royals don't hit left-handed pitchers well. They don't have guys in the lineup to hit left-handed pitchers well. So once again, we sit here again talking about how the Royals fail to even scratch a run across, even threaten, really. I mean, they went 1 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Folks, 2 of those ABs were in the final inning against a fatigued Joey Cantillo. So I'm not even sure what you want to say. They get Logan Allen tomorrow, who's also a left-handed pitcher. And I had my hat over my heart because, guys, the Royals season, it's just dead. I mean, they cannot. I'm not going to look at what the FanGraphs total is right now, what their playoff expectation is, but it's just not good enough. They're just not good enough offensively. There's nothing that they can really do at this point to make the changes necessary. I mean, it'd be one thing if this was June 9th or July 9th, and we could say, well, they got a trade deadline coming up. They can make moves. The moves have been made. The guys just aren't good enough. They don't have enough guys in that lineup. Nick Lofton, not good enough, 206 hitter. Jonathan India, 2 for 3 tonight. Good for Jonathan India. Jack Caglione tonight, 0 for 3 with a punch-out. Uncompetitive ABs once again from Jack Caglione. Not a good hitter against lefties this season. And then you see a guy in Michael Garcia put up an offer who's really struggled this season. Salvi, another offer. I mean, Salvi, you want to talk about a guy that's struggling. Randall Grichuk, a guy that has been touted as this left-handed pitcher, just this answer for your left-handed pitching struggles. He's been the opposite of that. He's struggled against lefties. They just didn't do enough. They don't have the guys in this lineup that I believe can compete at the level they want them to. And that's truly, I just think that's it. I think that this is it. This was the night, the day the music died, the day the team mailed it in. I really think that at this point, with yesterday's piss poor effort where they just didn't do anything offensively, they didn't look like they wanted to be there. Tonight, they come out and they follow that up, backs against the wall, and you get 5 hits, 4 hard hit balls, and no walks against a pretty mediocre arm from the left side. I just don't understand what we're even doing at this point with the Royals. But another frustrating performance on at the plate. But hey, at least they have Noah Cameron to work back on. And that's what we'll talk about when we come back here on the Royals Postcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even what they're worth, whether it's 401ks, properties, or investments. And when you don't have the full picture, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why there's Monarch Money. It's an all-in-one personal finance tool that brings your entire financial life together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting for you. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. You can identify that you aren't saving as much as you thought. Monarch helps you notice an inefficient investment allocation and discover forgotten 401ks from past jobs. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Today's episode is also brought to you by Gametime. There's nothing like catching a baseball game live, the energy, the crowd, and the chance to see your team play in person. But actually getting tickets, that's the tough part. Queues, login screens, surprise fees, it takes all the fun out of it. That's why I use Gametime, the app that gives the advantage back to fans. Gametime is fast, easy, and backed by the Gametime guarantee. You'll always get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time and at the best price. Plus, all fees are included, so the price you see is the price you pay. The app made it super simple. I could even see the exact view from my seat before buying. Fees are included. Know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. Download the Gametime app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, that's promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download Gametime today. All right, Noah Cameron. Really, really good stuff today from Noah Cameron. A really big bounce back outing because really here in the second half, I've not been impressed by his stuff. He just has not had overpowering stuff. In the first half, he was really, really good at getting ahead in counts, being able to mix up his pitches. He did not have the command with all 5 pitches that you wanted to see from him here ever since they got back from the All-Star break. But today you saw an excellent mix of pitches you saw an excellent blend of pitches from Noah Cameron today. I'm going to pull up the Savant page and we're going to take a look at his arsenal today. I mean, you look at just the balance here. You see 26 cutters, 26 fastballs, 18 curveballs, 15 changeups, 15 sliders. I mean, no pitches less than 15%, no pitches more than 27%. That's really good. And the velocity was up today. I mean, you saw the fastball tick up by a couple of miles an hour. He was in the zone a ton. You see 49% of his pitches in the zone. Average exit velocity, 88.6 miles per hour. Whiff rate up to 30%. I mean, this is exactly what we have been wanting to see from Noah Cameron this season, and what we kind of got accustomed to seeing in the second half was him struggling to put guys away, struggling to get those swings and misses. Today, we saw him really get back on that horse and against a Guardians team that, hey, he could have faltered after giving up that home run to Jose Ramirez in the first inning, but instead he bowed his neck and he was able to get it done. I mean, Jose Ramirez hits a double, eventually scores on David Fry's RBI, but I thought Noah Cameron was really good today, especially against the back half of that order. I mean, you look at the guys outside of the 2 through 4, which was Angel Martinez, Jose Ramirez, and David Fry. He gave up, or there was just 2 hits allowed to the rest of the entire lineup with 1 walk and a ton of strikeouts. So this was, in my opinion, the best outing we've seen from Noah Cameron in a long time. So if you're going to take one positive away from this game, and I would encourage you to do so, definitely take away that Noah Cameron was really, really good today. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Royals, because they needed a big bounce back outing, a long outing as well. The bullpen had been taxed, especially in game 1. You get 7 innings out of Noah Cameron today. That's exactly what you needed. So Noah Cameron, pretty good today. Very happy with how he looked. John Schreiber came in, threw a clean inning alongside Angel Serpa. So, I mean, the pitching staff, you shouldn't be in an 8-0 hole after giving up a solo home run in the bottom of the first inning. That's just what it feels like with the Royals in the offense at this point this season. But Drew has a question. If we did make the postseason last year, how would we be viewing this year? The same, different? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be viewing this team any different. I mean, they're still a very flawed team. I didn't expect them to make the playoffs this year. I mean, I wanted them to. I'm a fan of the team, but I mean, they were not favored to make the playoffs at any of the sports books. Their win total was like 83.5 coming into the season. The writing was on the wall that there was room for regression. Bobby Witt Jr. had the best shortstop season since Cal Ripken. Or Cal Ripken Jr. Vinny Pasquantino had an all-time season in terms of run scoring. Salvador Perez turned back the clock for a year. You got a fully healthy year from pretty much everybody on the pitching staff. That is not normal to get all of those things at once. So you knew there was going to be some regression to the mean from the guys that were stalwarts for the Royals last season. And you expected, hey, if that happens, we expect to have some positive developments from some guys like MJ Melendez or like a Hunter Renfroe, or maybe we get John Rave to potentially be a contributor, or maybe we don't have to call up Jack Caglione in June. But instead, they just didn't do enough in terms of developing those guys to the point where we feel good about this Royals team. I mean, they're a game out of 500 or a game above 500. I mean, 2 years ago, if you would have asked me if that was what we wanted to see in 2025, I'd say absolutely. But maybe last year's postseason run kind of skewed the expectations. It was a cavalcade of everything kind of coming together for the Royals. And this season, things just haven't gone as well. I mean, the law of averages says some things are going to go wrong at times, especially if they go really well for an entire season like they did last year. They caught lightning in a bottle a bit last season. They got really healthy and all-time performances out of some really key players. They had some regression in a lot of different places, and hopefully next year they're able to solve some of those issues, whether those be developmentally, coaching-wise, or bring in some free agents. But this team is, as currently constructed, is not a playoff team and will not be competing for World Series anytime soon. And that's just not enough. And Justin in the chat asking me to sign the call up MJ Melendez petition. They already have an MJ Melendez on the roster. His name is Jack Caglione. So we don't really need to see MJ Melendez at any point this season. I don't know a lot of things, but I do know that MJ Melendez is not a major league hitter. So I don't think he's the answer, but he does have vibes, which I do enjoy thoroughly. But I appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. Don't forget to like the channel, subscribe to the channel as well, and turn on notifications so that you get a notification whenever we go live. We will be back here tomorrow night for Game 3. Will the Royals score a run? Let me know in the comments. We'll see you tomorrow night for another edition of the Royals Postcast.